Do you really need to buy a new camera? This is the question I've been asking myself for the past few years. In 2018, I bought my dream camera, the Canon 80D. Over the next couple of years, I began taking pictures and making films in my high school courses. As I learned about my camera, I grew to understand its limitations and found tools to improve the quality. Moving into my college years, I was exposed to so much more equipment and filmmaking techniques that truly developed my eye for visuals. I shot with different cameras and learned how to shape the image to my liking. Soon, I began viewing my camera through a different lens, and the dream faded into reality. The Canon 80D is and was a good camera, and I'm very grateful for how much it's grown me to where I'm at now. However, my needs have changed. Cue the FX3. Before getting into the reasons why I chose the FX3, and no, it's not because of that film, I wanted to share a few requirements that I had when looking to upgrade my camera. And hopefully this can help you guys when looking to upgrade your cameras. These requirements are compatibility with my old gear, 4K in all frame rates, good autofocus, a log format, and modularity when it comes to building out the camera for different situations. Those are just some of the points that I needed to hit when upgrading my camera, and here's how the FX3 delivered. To start, compatibility. The FX3 uses Sony's E-mount system. Fortunately, there are many adapters out there that allow you to use Canon lenses on Sony bodies, and what I bought was the Sigma MC11 adapter, since I have a couple Sigma EF lenses. However, what I learned very quickly is if you use a Canon lens with this adapter in video, you lose autofocus features, which kind of sucks. And so I would definitely recommend looking into the Metabones adapter, not the speed booster. I know from experience. Additionally, this camera has an 1/8 inch jack, so you can plug in different microphones, and this is very helpful for me since I have some DJI wireless microphones, and so I can use those on this camera as well. The only thing that didn't cross over were my SD cards, which I expected since they weren't the fastest. So I picked up some pro grade V90 cards. These are very fast and really reliable. Overall, I was able to use a lot of the same gear that I already own on the FX3. 2. Recording formats. The FX3 is a full frame camera that shoots in 4K up to 120 frames per second, which is plenty for my needs. In addition, there's a feature if you drop down to 1080p where you can utilize Super 35 mode. This allows you to use APS-C lenses on your full frame camera and is very helpful if you are in a pinch and just need to be a little bit more zoomed in. 3. Autofocus. A lot of the work that I do is run and gun situations where reliable autofocus is a must-have. And this camera has excellent autofocus, as well as many settings so you can refine the focus for the specific situation that you're in. Other cameras that I was looking at were the Blackmagic Pocket cameras, and those do have autofocus. However, those are more meant for narrative work, and so the autofocus isn't really as good in that situation. So the FX3 is a good combination of cinema qualities with good autofocus. 4. The look. The color science in this camera is spectacular. The colors are very vibrant, skin tones look very good, and overall it just has a cinematic quality, for lack of a better term. And with S-Log 3, I'm able to manipulate the image way more than I was with my previous camera. And if I'm needing something just quick and easy, but also looks good, I would use S-Cinetone, and that saved me a lot of time in editing. And like all Sony cameras, this does very well in low light. 5. Form factor. Although this camera is in the Cine line, the body is pretty much a mirrorless camera. And so it's smaller, lighter, and it has a flip out screen, which makes it very good for run and gun filmmaking. Also, it has a lot of mounting points, which is very helpful when building out the camera for different rigs. Combine that with the audio top handle, and this becomes a camera that can be used as a solo shooter and on larger productions. Many factors come into play when choosing a camera. However, these are just some that helped me to choose this camera. After several years of usage, I have grown up and grown out of the Canon 80D. When I initially bought the Canon 80D, there were so many features that I had never heard of or never used, so the camera was very much just barely out of the realm of my knowledge. And so that helped me to grow and develop my skills, and now the Sony FX3 is doing that for me. This is not to say that you need to go out and buy a new camera or that you're not able to make quality content with the Canon 80D or whatever camera you may have. However, the limitations with that camera, such as no 4K, a 30-minute record limit, and the lack of modularity has really prevented me from growing past what the camera is capable of. At the end of the day, gear is just tools to help you with your craft. And if those tools improve your workflow or help you to grow, I think those are definitely worth the investment. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to make some more videos in the coming future, God willing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.